Be back, guys. So today I'm going to show you guys, but we went back to the factory airbox, and I'm going to show you my version of doing the deck plate mod. That's going to be even cheaper and just as efficient as doing an actual deck plate, because I can't seem to find any marine stores around me that actually have it. So I know what I should do is probably order it off Amazon, but I'm actually going to show you an even better and cheaper and just as efficient way of doing it. This works for all vehicles that have a front-facing airbox that is all the way up here. You know, I wouldn't mess with it if it's down further. But as you can see, mine breathes through this elbow here that comes to a 90-degree angle right in here and goes up. And then there's another 90-degree angle up there. Now, that creates a lot of restriction when this is breathing going up to the throttle plate, and there's, you know, the butterfly valve and all that stuff. It's struggling. So this is a proven method that will actually ease the strain of air restriction going to this engine, and it works real great for these first gen Tacomas. And it is a verified, proven, stamped, accredited modification, and we're going to show you an even cheaper way of doing it today. So hold on. Alright guys, yep, this is what I'm using, and yes, I'm defrosting a turkey because I got no more room in my fridge, and so it's really quite cold in the garage, so I keep it in here. But if you want to see, this is the PVC that we're going to be using. It's a 3-inch. I picked it up at Ace Hardware for I think like $2.50, and this is about another, I think, $2.59. But yeah, you can get this over at Ace Hardware whenever you want. And then what I'm using, it's a 3-inch. It works better if you have a 3 1/8 inch, because this is going to cut the perfect hole, and it's already got the pilot on there. And then we're using black silicone sealant. And now this is oxygen sensor safe, so you know it's not going to mess with the mass airflow sensor either. It's actually pretty good, and as you can see, it goes all the way up to 500 degrees, all the way down from -60. So I don't ever plan on having my truck in those kind of extremes. I don't think you will either, but who knows? But that's what I'm using. So here we go. We're going to go take off this airbox. All right. So we're going to start off by disconnecting the mass airflow sensor. And then afterwards we can go ahead and loosen up this this hose clamp right here. And then we're going to go ahead and remove the airbox. Alright guys, so we got the airbox out, and as you can see, this is the front of it. So once we get it out, I'm going to go ahead and take a Phillips, and we're going to take off the mass airflow sensor, and then we're going to start drilling. And boom, mass airflow's out. We're going to come up here. I'm going to go ahead and take off the filter. So this is going to come right on out of here. Alright. And go ahead and get your drill and everything ready, and we're going to get going. Alright, so again, here's the front of the box. Here's the hole saw. It'll come right in here. A lot of people like to go up here just to make it easier, but judging by the angle that this is going to be taking, I really like that the hole would be right here. So, here we go. Hey, that is good. Look at that. And I came out there pretty clean. Nice. So we're going to vacuum this out, see what we get. Hey, but before we go any further, hey, I wanted you guys to see something real quick. So the 3-inch hole saw, it actually worked. I thought I was going to do some sort of dremeling around here, but I actually didn't need to. If you can see, this 3-inch right here goes right in. Look at that. Once we RTV that, that's going to look so good. Awesome. All right, guys. I think we're ready to clean up. So in order to vacuum it out, you can use any kind of standard vacuum. I'm using this shop vac and this bristle brush right here to go ahead and get in there. And you don't want to leave any plastic in there because it's going to hit the airflow sensor right up here. You don't want to do that. So better safe than sorry. And for the sake of a bunch of vacuum noise, I'm going to turn the camera off. You don't want to hear me vacuum this whole time. So all right. So I'm going to try to hold this at the right angle, and I'm going to show you exactly where I am applying this the RTV. So since mine fits in perfectly and it doesn't really have a lip to it. Oh, I mean, it doesn't really have anything coming up where it's going to touch the filter. If that was the case, then it's pretty easy to just get a hacksaw and trim this down. It's not a big deal. But since I have this extra lip right here, that's where I'm going to apply it because it's going to sit flush against the actual airbox. So pretty easy. So we're just going to put a nice bead around it right here. This is going to help create an airtight seal, and even more importantly, a watertight seal. So that way, if you ever want to go fording, you can always close this and use the factory one, or in case you ever change your mind and you want to put a snorkel on or something like that, you always have that option. So I'm putting a decent bead on here, and we're going to let it sit and cure for about 24 hours or so, but it'll reach its full cure period in 7 days or so. But you can put it on the vehicle and drive it. It's nothing's gonna happen. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And there it is, guys. Look at this. And now we got that bead up here. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna come along the edge of these, and I'm actually gonna clean this up really well. I'm probably gonna use some sort of like it's probably a little knife or something, but I'm actually gonna make it a really nice bead. So show you what that looks like when I'm done. I'll show you how I did it. All right, guys. So I actually just went through with my finger and tried to get it smoothed over as best as possible. Now, it really doesn't matter what it looks like. You're never going to pop your hood and be like, yo, dude, check this out. It looks cool. It's not to look cool. This is something that's proven to show not just gains, but an actual miles per gallon increase. So this will help efficiency out a great deal. So now we'll let it cure. Actually decided to change it up and go with a 4-inch opening. And I just finished RTVing this one. So we're going to give it about 24 hours before putting it on the truck. But another thing I wanted to show you guys, in case any of y'all are OCD, hey, remember to go ahead and cover that up so that you won't be getting dust or any kind of particles in there, because that right there is after the filter. So that's just for depending on how OCD you can reinstall from here. Right, guys, so like I was saying, everything meets the temperature ranges. This will do everything that you need it to do the way you need it to do it, and it's cheaper and a lot easier than trying to hunt a deck plate. Like I said, I tried and tried. I went to all the good sporting goods. I went to basically bottom line, I couldn't get my hands directly on one, and I really wanted to get this project going, but this is the best I can do, and it works, and it's been done previously before. But move over about 1.5 inches to the left. That way you won't be wrestling with this to put the cap on whenever you do want to put the cap on. If you're going to do any kind of fording or any kind of heavy mudding, all that kind of good stuff. Or if you just feel like, check this out. Here's the cool part. We kept that elbow in there. So now if you feel like adding a snorkel to this, all you have to do is plug this if you want to breathe through the snorkel. So too easy, and it all works out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you guys have any ideas on what to do next, just put it in a comment below and I'll get to it. A little later on, we're going to go through how I take off and clean my PCV valves, and how I keep my intake and throttle plate and butterfly valve intake air control valves, how I keep them clean. So, stay tuned.